What's up, guys? Brian Grossman here with Get Outdoors South with a quick video on some of the key saddle hunting accessories that'll make your life much easier as a new saddle hunter. Now, we shot a video previously that you can check out that goes over the 5 absolute necessities to start saddle hunting. And of course, that's your saddle, your tether rope, a lineman's rope, which I don't have here on me right now, your platform, which I'm standing on, and some climbing sticks or some way to get up the tree, whether it's climbing sticks, steps, climbing spurs, whatever the case may be. But those 5 things are absolute necessities. But there's several accessories that you're really going to want to get started. Again, you don't have to have these, but they're going to make your life a whole lot easier. So let's get started with a gear strap that you can see right up here above me. This loops around the tree, and as you can see, it's just a series of loops where I can hang my gear on that up out of the way, whether that's my range finder, maybe my grunt call, it might be my release, whatever you might need to have very accessible at any given time. You can hang up here on your gear strap, and you can see maybe I got these little black clips in here. These are just some cheap Molly clips that I bought off of Amazon to hang my gear on. And then you'll also want another accessory. You'll want a bow holder or a gun holder, whatever you're hunting with. And so I just got a screw in one right here. A lot of people don't like these. They're not always legal if you're hunting public land. They're a little bit heavier and bulkier. You can buy one now that hooks into your gear strap here. A lot of guys use Hero clips. Tethered actually just came out with a whole new product. I don't know the name right off the top of my head, but it hooks right into the strap and folds down. You can hang your bow on it. I'm probably going to pick one of those up this year. But you'll want a gear strap. You'll want a bow holder. For comfort, you're going to want a back band, or as Tethered calls it, their recliner. But it's basically just a nylon strap. No matter where you buy it from, they're almost all the same. A nylon strap with some kind of wide band on the back of it. And all this does is it gives you some back support when you're in the tree, particularly, really, whether you're leaning or sitting, this thing is effective. It takes some of the pressure off of your back, and you can just stay comfortable for a whole lot longer period of time if you're using this back band. So I like to have it. It's made in a way that you can recline in it, be comfortable, and then when a deer comes and you need to take a shot, you can just slowly lift up, and it'll drop out of the way for your shot. So you'll want some kind of back band. And while we're talking comfort, you'll also want either some knee pads or a pad that you strap on the tree for your knees, because unless you're going to stand the entire hunt, which you may be able to do that, I can't. I got to switch it up some. So I go from this leaning position to the sitting position. You need something to pad your knees against the tree. So you can either buy knee pads and wear them, which I don't care for because they slip around, they slide, and they fall down, all that. So I just go with a cheap pad that I strap to the tree here and to protect my knees. You'll also want a gear bag or a dump pouch or a sis hauler, as Tethered calls it. But I like to have one of these on each side of my tether, each side of my saddle, to hold all the gear that I might need to get in short notice. I'll typically keep my cell phone in there, of course, during the hunt, where I can easily access it. I'll keep my release, my thumb release, a lot of times in there, milkweed, my pull rope, that kind of stuff. It's always right there handy on your sides if you wear it, or if you get these pouches to put on your saddle. Super handy. Less stuff you got to put in your pack and dig around for. So I really like having those. And last but not least, certainly not something you have to have, but I'd highly recommend a pair of suspenders with your saddle. If it doesn't come with it, I'd recommend going ahead and picking some up. Specifically, now I don't always wear it when I'm in the tree, but if you're going to walk in with your saddle on, like I do, I like to go ahead and put it on the truck and walk in with it. You're going to want those suspenders. Otherwise, it's going to slip around. It might slide down on you. You can always crank the belt down tight, but I don't like to do that. I just rather put the suspenders on. It holds everything up nice. Also, when I'm climbing down and I'm unhooking my my climbing sticks and my platform, and a lot of times I'm hanging that on my saddle while I'm climbing down. Without those suspenders, it wants to just pull my whole saddle down. So again, they come in super handy, and you're not talking a whole lot of money. Actually, that's the great thing about all these accessories. These are all fairly low ticket items, and I almost left an important one out. I'd highly recommend a ropeman or some type of ascender to replace the prusik knot on your tether as well as on your lineman's rope. And it just makes it a lot easier. A prusik knot gets tight. It takes both hands to work that thing up and down. Sometimes you got to work with it to free it once it's had tension on it. Whereas with these, I can just pull on the little lever here and give myself more slack if I want to lean further back. Or I can quickly, if I need to, I can just quickly pull up and take that slack out. So it's very easy to adjust things with that ropeman, or you can use a Kong duck as well. If you got bigger ropes above 10 millimeter, I just go ahead and go with the ropeman. It's a little cheaper, does the job. If you have ropes smaller than 10 millimeter, you're going to want to go with the Kong duck or the ropeman 1, or is it the ropeman 2? I'm sorry, the ropeman 2 or the Kong duck for smaller ropes. But guys, that's about it. Again, you don't need a whole lot to get started saddle hunting, but there's definitely some accessories out there that'll make your life a whole lot easier. Hey guys, for more great deer hunting, fishing, saddle hunting content, we're going to be cranking out a bunch, especially leading into deer season here. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, the little notification bell, so you never miss another one of our videos, guys. And hey, we'll see you on the next one.